Oh yeah. Give me just a right now. Alright people, what's happening again? Another thing of ICA. And yes, we're going to be covering a very important, topic, subject, whatever you want to call it, here on this little program. Well, I heard that Motley Crue, sadly enough, was getting rid of Mick Mars. And, I was like, well, who's going to replace him? Where are they going to find that kind of stature of a person, to carry on? I mean, you can't just take anybody and, put him in his place. He's a really good guitarist. And then I heard they got this guy or whatever called Johnny Five. Now, when I hear the name Johnny Five, all I really think of is, Short Circuit. The movie where the lightning strikes the robot and he automatically just comes to life, and he's really good, and he's really smart, knows how to do everything. I mean, as fast as he was looking through them books and doing all that stuff, I would think that he probably could be a pretty good guitar player. But that right there is a robot. I mean, I ain't got no problem with robots. I'm not saying nothing bad about them, and I'm not trying to offend any robots out there. But it's just that's just kind of strange. But I think if we're going to go down that route, we might as well just go all the way with it, because I also heard that they're going to replace Vince Neil. Now, I mean, right there's half the band. I mean, what's going on with Motley Crue? They were known for being original, except for that time when they got what was his name? John Corabi. Anyways, besides that, they were known for being original. But, I mean, now I'm hearing they're going to get rid of Vince. Somebody come up to me the other day and asked me if I'd heard that, and I was like, no, man, I didn't know that. But now I do. And you know what? No one's half the battle. And you want to know something else? I just need one subscriber. You know what? It could be you. Now, let's get back on the subject. Okay. About the robots and Vince Neil and all that. Well, I think if we're going to get rid of Vince, I mean, people have been talking about his voice. I mean, come on, they've been doing this for like, what, 30, 40, 50 years? I mean, give them a break, They ain't going to sound like, a quartet. Alright. But anyways, about robots and stuff. I think if we're going to get rid of Vince, we just need to get rid of the whole band and do an entire animatronic thing, like you would see electronical robots and like Chuck E. Cheese and what do you call it? Showbiz Pizza and 5 Days at Freddy's and all that kind of stuff. Animatronic robots. They can replace the entire band. They could probably start doing this with a lot of rock bands now these days. But let's stay on this one. We can take the entire band and replace them with nothing but robots. Okay, we have definitely got Johnny Five on guitar. We've understood that. Okay, now, who else is going to accumulate this band? We talked about Vince, but let's think about this for a minute. Let's get R2-D2 on the drums. Now, I know you're thinking, what? But if you ever see, Star Wars, well, I think at least a couple of them, when he shoots that lightsaber out and stuff like that, he's got little gadgets that come out. And he can take drumsticks and then take his little roller things he's got down here and just go and play drums real quick. And then he can get like strapped in his seat and go up in the air, like Tommy Lee does. And he can like do like these little rolled drum solos. And just be like, man, I hope he don't get, unstrapped out of that seat and fall, because it's going to make a big boom if he does. But we're going to hold R2-D2 in there and do a massive, turning, spinning drum solo. I think that would be extremely cool. Him and R2-D2, C3PO, I don't even know if they get along anymore. But C3PO and, R2-D2 and C3PO, they used to be the biggest buddies ever was. But, I don't know. But I just think he needs to be a Motley Crue now. Okay? C3PO can get on like some kind of a online shopping channel or something and, do sales. Let's see. Oh yeah, and on bass. Who could we have on bass? I'm thinking RoboCop. That's right. The future of law enforcement on the bass. He could get up there. You know, he's got that little thing going on, little visor and that little helmet. He's really heavy, and he can just get up there and just jam out. He kind of looks something like Gene Simmons. You know, he's stiff when he's wearing all that Skeletor stuff. You know, you'd have him up there doing the same thing. RoboCop would pretty much be like, you know, just sitting there jamming and hope nobody else on the stage runs into him, because if they do, boom, they're going down. You know, well, Johnny Five would be rolling. You know, he'd be sitting there rolling, jamming. You got RoboCop playing bass. But now we got to figure out one thing. You know, we're talking about Vince. You know, we got Nikki Sixx pretty much figured out. We have to use RoboCop. Yeah. Okay. That's right. I thought Bobby Dahl was our bass player for me. I'm sorry. But anyways, we got RoboCop in Nikki Sixx's place. Now, Vince, who's going to replace him? I was thinking long and hard about this, and I think the best thing to replace him with would be Megatron. That's right. More than meets the eye. You could get Megatron up there, get him singing. You know, he could be walking around stage and jumping up and turning into that little, you know, Fortnite Shazanigan thing he does. And then, you know, you could just have all these tricks going on, like right in the middle of a big turning drum solo that R2-D2's doing. Megatron could jump up and turn into his gun, and then you could have, you know, the other guys sitting there, RoboCop be sitting there, you know, stiff as a concrete wall, kind of like Gene Simmons was saying. And then you just have John Five rolling down there, whee, playing a guitar solo, maybe like even picking up and doing like a wheelie. You know, like the wheels would come up, yeah, the fireworks, R2-D2 spin. I mean, and we could call it Motley New. That's right. This is how rock bands' legacies will live on. I mean, it's hard to see anything original. You could have seen Motley Crue original, but we pretty much got that one flushed down the toilet, you know. I mean, it was... But anyway, it's gone. And just got to find ways to move on. When things are gone and things disappear and we don't have them anymore, we just have to find ways to go on. And I think that'd be the way to go on, is replace Motley Crue with Motley New. Or maybe, what else could we call them? The Mechanical Crew, maybe, or the Robo Crew, yeah. Or something like that. They would need groupies and everything else, and I mean, they could, man, I really think they could do this. Maybe we could think of some other ways to replace other bands with, you know, mechanical robots. And it all started with Motley Crue getting Johnny Five. If you really don't know who Johnny Five is, check out Short Circuit. Pretty good little movie. It was made back in, you know, the 80s, I think. My great-grandparents were around when this movie was made, and they told me about it, and I ended up seeing it. But check it out. It's actually a pretty cool little movie. They actually make two of them, and you know, they actually make Johnny Five look like a punk rocker in the second one. They spray paint him and all that, and well, it's pretty cool. And but yeah, just remember, Motley Crue, Going Robo. All the days that kickstart my heart, and Wild Side, and Every Rose Has Its Thorn are over. It's going to move on, and you're going to hear the work of robotic technology. Now, if you got anything better than that, let me know. Like maybe a band arraignment, like I said, R2-D2, RoboCop, Johnny Five, of course, you know, that's absolutely totally definite. We don't know that. We got Megatron. Alright, now, think that's cool. Let us know, and remember, you've been watching ICA, Igor's Cable Access, where we discuss things that are necessary and really need to be talked about. Because, you know, sometimes you think about things, but you don't realize how important they really are in life. You try to block them in the back of your mind. And, you know, when they really need to be out there, like the stuff like we talk about here, like, you know, this Motley Crue thing, things just got to get out there. They got to get out there in the world. They can't stay locked up in your mind, because remember, your thoughts are important. That's right. And, okay, check out the band Hopefully they can do good. I like to see t-shirt. Yeah, I would really like to see just at least a t-shirt or a poster. I can see like right. Okay, I can see RoboCop here, like on this side, and I can see John 5 right here. They'd have Megatron. Of course, there'd be R2-D2, but he'd be down here somewhere. And Megatron would probably be like have his hand leaning on R2-D2 like this, you know, and Johnny Five's a little bit, you know, he might be a little bit shorter too, so it kind of looked like a bar graph, you know, when he had a picture of all of them, and he'd be like laying in them like this, and RoboCop could be sitting there like holding out his, you know, his little gun that he takes out when he busts somebody, and I mean, I can just see this. I can really honestly see this, and I think somebody like Luke Skywalker could take the picture. You know what I mean? It would just be that cool because R2-D2 knows people, and I think he could really get them some really good gigs. You know, I think that right there would be the key to getting the band somewhere, because they're going to be like, oh, he's so cute. Then they're going to see him play drums, turn upside down. Drum set's going to be on fire. You know, that kind of stuff. That's what it's all going to be about. But anyway, let's keep going on. Remember, I'll see you next time on ICA, Igor's Cable Access. 1 subscriber. Could be you. Peace out.